You've been taught that if you want something badly enough, you have to push harder, work longer, strive endlessly until the universe finally bends to your will. And yet, if you're honest, hasn't that very approach left you drained, scattered, and wondering why life still feels resistant? This is the paradox. The more you strain, the more reality slips away. In the quantum field, effort is not the currency. Alignment is. The field does not respond to how hard you try. It responds to what you are. Right now, imagine water flowing through your hands. If you cup it gently, it rests. If you clench your fist, it escapes. That is the truth of effort in the quantum domain. The harder you grip, the more static you create. Control feels like safety to your ego, but to the field, it is noise distortion, a fog that blurs the signal. So without realizing it, your effort pushes away the very outcome you're trying to summon. Most people live caught in this illusion. They visualize with desperation. They affirm while secretly doubting. They act with the anxious energy of, I must make this happen. The field is not fooled. It reads the vibration beneath the ritual. The words may say abundance, yet the body hums scarcity. The mind may declare confidence, yet the nervous system broadcasts fear. This incoherence becomes the message, and the field mirrors it back with precision. Pause for a moment, feel how effort lives in your body. Tense shoulders, a restless jaw, a shallow breath that never quite fills your lungs. That contraction is not invisible, it is vibration, and vibration speaks louder than words. Every muscle gripped in control, every breath held in tension, every thought born from lack sends the same signal: I am not enough yet, I do not trust. The quantum field responds faithfully, amplifying exactly what you're transmitting. This is why people say manifestation doesn't work for them. It's not that the field ignores them, it's that they're broadcasting two signals at once. On the surface, desire. Underneath, resistance. The result is static. Static doesn't build reality, coherence does. And coherence cannot exist while you're locked in the illusion of effort. Think back to the moments in your life when things flowed effortlessly. The times when opportunities just happened, when you felt in the right place at the right time, when synchronicities lined up like dominoes falling. What was missing? The grasping. You weren't trying so hard. You were relaxed, present, available. Because of that, the field could respond without interference. Those moments weren't luck, they were evidence of the law release creates resonance. The illusion of effort is powerful because your culture rewards it. From childhood, you were praised for pushing harder, achieving more, staying busy. Effort equaled value. Productivity equaled worth. This conditioning runs deep in your subconscious, convincing you that if you're not straining, you're failing. Yet in the quantum world, that conditioning is upside down. The field responds to clarity, not exhaustion, to coherence, not chaos, to ease, not force. Look deeper. What if the very habit you thought was necessary, striving, trying, overworking, is the only barrier between you and the reality you want? What if manifestation doesn't fail because you're not doing enough, but because you're doing too much? The field doesn't need your pushing. It needs your clean signal. And the moment you stop trying so hard, the signal becomes clear. This doesn't mean you sit back passively. It means you act from alignment instead of desperation. Action from fear is noise. Action from coherence is music. One scatters energy. The other harmonizes it. Imagine a musician pounding the keys frantically versus one playing with ease and flow, which produces resonance, which creates beauty. The same applies to you, so begin to notice. Notice when you're forcing conversations instead of letting them unfold. Notice when you're clenching around money instead of trusting its flow. Notice when you're pushing your body past exhaustion instead of listening to its rhythm. Every instance of over-effort is the ego's illusion whispering, you must control or nothing will happen. Every moment of release is the field whispering back, I've been here all along, waiting to respond. Here's the truth hiding in plain sight. The quantum field is not activated by your struggle. It is activated by your surrender. Trying hard scrambles the message. Relaxing into coherence makes the message clear. The field responds not when you fight, but when you align. And alignment begins with release. Release of control. Release of tension. Release of the belief that you are separate from the reality you seek. You've been knocking on a door that was never locked. The moment you stop pounding on it, the door opens effortlessly. This is the illusion of effort. This is the habit you must dissolve if you want the quantum field to meet you fully. Drop the struggle, and you'll find what was always waiting a reality that responds instantly, precisely beautifully, to the vibration you embody, not the effort you exhaust. You are made of vibration. Every cell, every thought, every pulse of emotion sends out a signal into the quantum sea. The field does not hear your words, it hears your frequency. This is why so many who push and grind, who repeat affirmations endlessly, still feel stuck. Their surface words and inner vibration don't match. The universe isn't fooled by the mask. It listens to the music underneath. Imagine two tuning forks placed side by side. Strike one, the other begins to hum without ever being touched. That is resonance. That is how vibration works. Your state sets the tone and reality hums to match it. If you vibrate doubt, life delivers echoes of uncertainty. If you vibrate trust, the field harmonizes with possibility. The signal is always mirrored. The field has no choice. It's a law written into the fabric of existence. Think about the times you tried to make something happen. You forced the application, pushed the relationship, hustled until you were numb. Notice how the outcome always felt jagged, unstable, fleeting. Now recall the times when you felt aligned, when energy flowed smoothly, when opportunities found you. That was vibration doing what willpower could not. You weren't straining, you were resonating. Your willpower is a spark. Useful, yes, but limited. Frequency is the current that powers entire worlds. Willpower may get you started, but vibration determines whether doors open or remain locked. You can pound on the door until your fists bleed, or you can adjust your frequency until the door swings open on its own. Which is more powerful? Which is sustainable? The body is your first instrument of frequency. Your breath sets the rhythm. Your heart sends waves that extend beyond your skin. Your brain emits patterns that ripple outward. Science maps these as measurable fields. Mystics describe them as auras. Both are pointing to the same truth. You are broadcasting all the time. And the field, vast, infinite, unblinking, picks up every note. So many people sabotage themselves here. They think manifestation means thinking harder, visualizing longer, pushing their minds like a machine. But thought without coherent energy is like shouting into the wind. The subconscious hum beneath it speaks louder. If your body is locked in stress while your mind chants abundance, the vibration the field receives is scarcity. If your nervous system is braced for loss while your lips say love, the vibration transmitted is fear. The mismatch scrambles the message. Pause and feel into yourself now. Notice your breath. Notice your posture. Notice the subtle hum beneath your skin. This is your frequency in motion. It is not hidden. It is not theoretical. You live inside it, and it radiates from you constantly. Every interaction, every choice, every outcome flows from this hum. Ancient traditions knew this long before the word quantum existed. They spoke of prana chi life force. They taught practices to refine vibration, chanting movement, stillness, breath. They knew that dense energy produces dense experiences and refined energy produces luminous ones. Modern science, peering from another angle, now confirms everything is vibration, frequency, energy in motion. The bridge between science and spirit is built here on resonance. So how do you shift from willpower to vibration? By cultivating coherence. Coherence means your thoughts, emotions, and body vibrate in harmony. No more split signals, no more static. Coherence is not about perfection, it is about alignment. A single moment of genuine gratitude creates more resonance than hours of strained affirmations. A single breath in ease carries more signal than 1,000 words from a clenched jaw. Look again at your life. The people who feel magnetic to you, it's not their effort that draws you, it's their frequency. They move with ease, they radiate calm, they exude presence. That vibration pulls you toward them effortlessly. The same is true for your reality. When your frequency is aligned, what you desire begins moving toward you. Not because you begged for it, not because you strained, but because resonance leaves no other option. Pay attention, this is not about ignoring action. Action matters, but only as an extension of frequency. Action born from desperation is scattered. Action born from coherence is precise. When you shift the vibration first, the action becomes lighter, easier, more effective. Effort reduces, results amplify. This is the law of vibration. This is the truth that willpower can never override. The field listens to your hum, not your hustle. The moment you stop trying so hard, the vibration underneath is revealed. When that vibration is tuned to coherence, the field responds in kind, fast, clear, undeniable. Your work is not to force. Your work is to tune, to become the frequency you seek, to hum so clearly with trust, love, abundance, presence, that the field cannot help but harmonize with you. That is when reality reshapes itself without friction. That is when you discover the secret hiding in plain sight. Vibration is the real power, and it has been flowing through you all along. There are moments when life feels like a mirror, patterns repeating the same lessons, returning in different disguises, synchronicities so uncanny you can't dismiss them as chance. What if I told you this isn't random? What if it's entanglement, the hidden threads binding your inner world to the outer, your subconscious to the cosmos? Quantum entanglement is more than physics in a lab. It's the lived reality that what is joined at a deep level remains joined no matter the distance. Change one, the other shifts instantly. Your subconscious beliefs, unspoken fears, quiet longings. They are entangled with what you see outside. The echoes of your hidden energy ripple outward. The universe, faithful as a mirror, responds. Think about the loops in your life. The relationship that collapses the same way every time. Opportunities that vanish the moment you reach for them. Emotions returning like tides despite your attempts to bury them. These are not coincidences. They are entangled patterns shaped by vibrations you may not realize you carry. The field is not punishing you, it is precise. It reflects exactly what your subconscious hums. Picture two instruments on opposite sides of the planet. Strike one, the other resonates. That is entanglement. Now imagine your subconscious as the instrument you forgot was still vibrating. The field picks up that sound, amplifying it into the events you live. This is why change feels elusive, because you focus on the conscious melody, while the hidden bass line of your subconscious plays the same tune. Here's the truth, you can't outthink your subconscious. You can't plaster new affirmations over old wounds, hoping the field won't notice. Entanglement doesn't listen to surface words. It listens to vibration. If your inner hum is fear, it will find its echo outside. If your hidden pattern is scarcity, it will show in your finances. If your quiet belief is unworthiness, it will appear in every relationship, not as punishment, as feedback. The universe is not cruel, it is coherent. So how do you shift? By bringing light to what is hidden, by choosing curiosity over resistance. When the same challenge rises again, ask, what vibration in me is this reflecting? What entangled signal is waiting to be retuned? Awareness begins the disentangling, not blame, not force, awareness. Consider the story of someone who always felt abandoned. No matter the partner, the ending was the same distance, rejection, loss. On the surface, it looked like misfortune. Beneath, their subconscious carried the vibration of abandonment from early wounds. That vibration entangled with the field drawing partners who echoed it back. Only when they turned inward, acknowledged the wound, shifted the frequency to self-trust, did the pattern dissolve. New relationships appeared because the entanglement changed. You felt this in flashes. The day you shifted your inner state, the outer shifted almost instantly. The moment you forgave yourself, people treated you with more kindness. The time you released an old fear, opportunities you once chased began finding you. These weren't accidents. They were entangled responses, proof that the field listens to the subconscious hum more than the conscious script. Entanglement also explains synchronicity. Think of those times you thought of someone and they called, or you dreamt a symbol then saw it the next day. That's the invisible thread of shared vibration, pulling events together across space and time. The ordinary mind calls it coincidence. The awakened mind sees confirmation you are not separate from the field, you are woven into it. Here's the invitation: stop resisting the reflection. Every entangled echo is an invitation to tune deeper. Instead of asking, why does this keep happening to me? Ask, what vibration in me resonates with this outcome and how can I shift it? That single question transforms victimhood into mastery. It shifts you from fighting the mirror to adjusting the instrument. This is where quantum manifestation lives. It's not about commanding the universe to rearrange itself for you. It's about retuning subconscious vibration so the entanglement naturally rearranges. You don't beg the field to change, you become the change. The outer cannot help but respond. Feel into that power. Every belief healed, every wound integrated, every hidden hum shifted sends a new vibration through the web of entanglement. The universe responds instantly, sometimes subtly, sometimes dramatically. Life rearranges, doors open, synchronicities multiply. Not through effort, through resonance. This is the secret. Most overlooked manifestation is not just thought, it is entangled frequency. The hidden becomes visible. The subconscious becomes circumstance. Change the hum, the symphony of your life transforms. Pay attention. The field is always listening. The moment you stop straining to control the outer, focusing instead on tuning the inner, you realize what entanglement has been whispering all along. The cosmos isn't distant. It is here humming with you, waiting for you to shift. Alchemy is not a relic of the past. It is a living art of transformation. The ancient alchemists spoke of turning lead into gold, yet their true secret was never about metal. It was about the human spirit. Lead is the ego weighed down by illusion. Gold is the essence, luminous, limitless, untouched by fear. The crucible is your life heated not by fire, but by awareness. Think of how the ego shapes itself. It clings to titles, identities, stories. It whispers, I am only this role, only this mask, only this wound. Every time you attach to the mask, your vibration densifies. You feel heavy, reactive, locked in cycles. This is lead. You were never meant to stay in that density. Alchemy reveals that what looks solid is malleable. What feels fixed can dissolve. Breaking illusion does not mean destroying the ego. The alchemist never despised lead, they saw its hidden potential. In the same way, you do not need to fight the ego. You need to refine it, to notice the story without becoming it, to meet the fear without obeying it, to choose coherence over contraction. With each moment of awareness, the base metal begins to glow. Perception itself is the philosopher's stone. The moment you look differently, reality alters. Quantum physics shows the observer effect. Observation collapses probability into form. Mystics taught that perception projects you do not see the world as it is, you see it as you are. Different languages pointing to the same truth. You carry the power to transmute reality by how you perceive it. Try this now. Recall a memory you once called failure. Hold it gently. What if instead of loss, you saw initiation? Instead of rejection, redirection? The facts do not change yet. The frequency shifts instantly. That shift rewires your body, softens your nervous system, clears the static. You have just transmuted lead into gold, not by force, but by perception. Alchemy is also the art of dissolution. To dissolve illusion is to separate what is true from what is false. Every time you recognize a thought as only thought, not destiny, you dissolve. Each time you see fear as a signal, not a verdict, you dissolve. When you notice the ego's voice as noise, not music, you dissolve. Energy once trapped in illusion returns to flow available for creation. As you practice, the subconscious begins to cooperate. The patterns that once held you hostage loosen. The repeating cycles fade. Your vibration rises. The field mirrors back the new frequency with uncanny precision. This is why spiritual awakening feels lighter. It is vibration freed from density. Picture your consciousness as a prism. Dust from ego clouds the glass. Light enters but scatters dimly. As you polish the prism through awareness, through presence, the dust clears. Suddenly light pours through, scattering into color brilliance, infinite spectrum. You realize you are not the dust, not even the prism, but the light itself refracted through form. The deeper you reclaim essence, the less you need to prove. The grasping habit dissolves. Comparison fades. You move differently, grounded, luminous, unhurried. This is not weakness. This is strength without strain, radiance without noise. The alchemist's gold is not treasure to hoard. It is the frequency of coherence shining through you. In practice, it looks simple. You face a moment of stress. The ego screams, "Fix it now or everything falls apart." The alchemist breathes, pauses, asks, "What is illusion here? What is essence?" Illusion might say failure. Essence whispers resilience. Illusion might say loss. Essence reveals growth. By choosing essence, you shift vibration. The field responds. The outer bends to the inner refinement. That is practical alchemy. Every moment offers material. Each thought, each reaction, each wound is raw lead waiting for the fire of awareness. The question is always, will you live as the ego or refine into essence? Each choice tunes frequency. Each choice polishes the prism. Each choice pulls you deeper into coherence. And here's the beauty: the transformation is never just yours. The vibration you carry ripples outward through the web of entanglement. Your healing becomes resonance for others. Your clarity becomes guidance. Your coherence becomes an invisible invitation for the collective to rise. The alchemists understood this. Their work was never solitary. Neither is yours. Breaking illusion, transcending ego, reclaiming essence, this is the alchemy of release. This is the meeting point of ancient wisdom and quantum reality. When you embody it, you stop chasing gold in the world outside and realize the treasure has always been the light you already carry. You've been walking toward this realization your entire life. The field doesn't respond to strain, it responds to state. Every insight so far, the illusion of effort, the truth of vibration, the dance of entanglement, the alchemy of perception has been pointing you here, to become the field itself, to stop trying so hard and instead embody the very frequency you want, mirrored back. Right now, the atoms in your body hum with the same intelligence that births galaxies. The pulse in your chest resonates with a rhythm older than time. Every breath you take participates in a universal current that never stops moving. The separation you feel is illusion. Becoming the field means remembering you are not asking reality for permission. You are reality in motion. Manifestation taught as technique keeps you chasing. Visualize more, affirm louder, push harder. Yet the deeper truth is not about doing, it's about being. The field doesn't respond to effort, it responds to coherence. When you inhabit trust, abundance, love, ease, the field reflects it with unshakable precision. The equation is simple: stop straining, start embodying. Think of a lighthouse. Ships are guided not because the lighthouse chases them across the waves, but because it shines, steady, clear, unwavering. That is how the quantum field responds to you. Not to desperation, not to endless doing, but to the signal you broadcast by existing in coherence. This is why the most powerful shifts often happen after surrender. The opportunity that arrives after you finally stop obsessing. The love that appears once you release the chase. The synchronicities that explode the moment you relax into trust. These are not random. They are the field mirroring your clarity once the static of effort dissolves. To live as the field, you must release the last layer of illusion that what you want is outside you waiting to be earned. It is already here vibrating in potential. The field collapses probability into form the moment you embody the vibration fully. Manifestation isn't summoning something distant. It is recognizing what has been entangled with you all along. So how do you live this daily? You practice coherence. Watsrat, begin each morning with breath that steadies your body and clears your mind. 2, choose a single word to hold as your frequency: trust, joy, freedom, radiance. 3, ask yourself throughout the day, if I already embody this, how would I move, speak, choose, then act from that place? 4, when you wobble, return gently. 1 breath, 1 shift, 1 retuning. This is not about perfection, it is about practice. The musician doesn't stop when an instrument falls out of tune, they adjust. So do you. Each return strengthens the signal. Over time, the baseline rises until coherence becomes who you are, not what you reach for. The culmination is this: you don't manifest by exhausting yourself. You manifest by embodying the vibration until the field cannot help but respond. The moment you stop trying so hard, the signal clears. The reality you once chased begins arriving with grace. I want to leave you with an invitation. In the comments, write 1 word that captures the frequency you are choosing to embody from this moment forward. It could be surrender. It could be expansion. It could be peace. Let that word be your declaration, a seed you plant into the field, not only here, but in yourself. And if this journey resonated, I invite you to subscribe, not as a transaction, but as alignment. This channel is a living field, a gathering of minds and hearts, remembering their creative essence. By subscribing, you're not just following content, you're amplifying the signal of awakening, joining a movement of souls, tuning reality together. Thank you for your presence, your attention, your energy. You are not a spectator. Here, you are a participant in this unfolding. Keep tuning, keep aligning, keep shining. As you close this, carry one thought: the quantum field has always been listening. The moment you stop straining, you discover it was never separate. It is you waiting to respond to your coherence.